What if I told you the rich aren't climbing the same wealth ladder you're climbing, because they're playing a completely different game with a completely different pyramid? And here's the crazy part. They never talk about it. They'll always tell you to work hard, save money, and invest in your 401k. But they will never show you the actual pyramid they follow that quietly builds generational wealth while everyone else is struggling to stay afloat. Today, I'm exposing the exact wealth pyramid the 1% follow, step by step. And by the end of this video, you'll understand money in a way 90% of people never do. So no babbling, no smash the like button monologue. Let's just dive into the 10 steps of the wealth pyramid. And trust me, number 1 is the most important, the most misunderstood, and the one the rich hope you never figure out. Step 1. Build a money foundation. Most people skip this. Let's get brutally honest here. Most people's financial life is built like a Jenga tower at a kid's birthday party. One wrong move and the whole thing crashes on the carpet. That's why the 1% obsess over something everyone else ignores. A rock-solid money foundation. Not glamorous, not Instagram-worthy, not something your favorite hustler guru will put on a t-shirt, but absolutely essential. Here's what a real foundation looks like, and why it matters. 1. A starter emergency fund. 3 to 6 weeks, not 6 months. The wealthy don't hoard mountains of cash just in case. They keep a small, strategic cushion to prevent life from punching them in the wallet. Your car breaks, your kid gets sick, your boss decides surprise layoffs is the new Friday activity. This fund keeps you from spiraling. It's not about comfort, it's about stability. 2. Basic insurance, because one accident can erase 5 years of progress. The wealthy aren't afraid of risk. They're afraid of stupid risk. They protect against the events that can financially wreck a normal person. This is why rich people have health insurance, car insurance, renter or home insurance, disability insurance, not because they love paying premiums, but because they hate losing money they didn't have to lose. 3. Organized money, no chaos allowed. The average person has random bills, mystery charges, forgotten subscriptions, a bank balance they think is correct. The wealthy, they treat money organization like an athlete tracks calories, reps, and heart rate. If you want to build wealth, you need to know what's coming in, what's going out, and what's growing. 4. A simple system for tracking money. You don't need a spreadsheet from NASA. A simple weekly check-in works. Rich people do this instinctively because it keeps their money awake and active, not floating around like lost socks in a dryer. Here's the big truth. People want to build wealth on top of financial chaos, but the 1% build their wealth on top of stability, because stability creates confidence, and confidence creates smart financial decisions. A weak foundation equals a fragile financial life. A strong foundation equals everything else becomes 10 times easier. Okay, now that we've built the base, you're ready to move to the next layer. The part where your money stops slipping through the cracks and starts stacking like Lego bricks. Step 2. Eliminate wealth leaks, like a millionaire mechanic. All right, now that the foundation is set, it's time to fix the thing that literally destroys 90% of people's financial potential: wealth leaks. Think of your financial life like a car. Most people keep trying to drive faster, working more hours, picking up side gigs, trying to invest early. While their engine is leaking oil, their tires are flat, and their gas tank has a hole in it. No matter how fast you push the pedal, you're not going anywhere. The wealthy know this. That's why they fix their leaks first. Here's what those leaks look like in real life. 1. Lifestyle creep, the silent killer. You get a raise. Your lifestyle also gets a raise. Suddenly there's a nicer car, pricier dinners. Why not? Vacations. Your income grows, but your bank account stays exactly the same. This is the financial equivalent of pouring water into a bucket with a hole at the bottom. 2. Subscription clutter. Netflix, Hulu, Disney+, Amazon, gym memberships you don't use, apps you forgot about, trials you never canceled. Most people are paying for a digital pile of just-in-case services. Wealthy people, they pay for things they actually use and cut everything else without hesitation. 3rd, high-interest debt. This is the big one. Credit cards charging you 24% interest are not inconvenient. They're financial landmines. You can't build wealth with compound interest working against you. The rich treat debt like a controlled fire, only used intentionally, never accidentally. 4th, impulse spending, aka I earned it syndrome. It goes like this. You had a rough week. You deserve something. you get it. Then you check your bank account and start praying. Impulse spending isn't about money, it's about emotion. Rich people don't turn emotions into purchases. They turn emotions into strategy. 5. Buying to impress people. This one hurts because it's true. Most people spend to project wealth they don't have, while the wealthy spend to protect the wealth they've built. If you're buying things to avoid looking broke, you're guaranteeing you'll stay broke. Here's the bottom line. Before money can grow, it needs room to breathe. Before money can multiply, it needs to stop escaping. Plug the leaks, and you instantly give yourself a raise without earning a single extra dollar. It's the simplest, fastest investment return you'll ever get. But once you plug the leaks, the next step is where the entire pyramid starts getting interesting. Because now we enter the part where money isn't just saved. It starts working. Step 3. Master cash flow. The step the 1% worship. Now I need to address something serious, so pay attention. Most people think the rich are rich because they have money. Nope, try again. They're rich because they have cash flow. Cash flow is money that shows up whether you wake up or not. The middle class relies on a paycheck. The wealthy rely on systems. Here's the difference between the two. Middle class logic: I work, I earn, I spend. Wealth logic: my assets work, I earn, I reinvest. Cash flow can come from rentals, dividends, digital products, index funds, content libraries, licensing, royalties, automated businesses. All of these require front-end effort followed by back-end freedom. Cash flow is money that shows up whether you feel productive or not. Money that arrives even if you overslept, got sick, took a vacation, or had a not today capitalism kind of day. Cash flow is the moment where money stops being a worker you have to micromanage and becomes a manager that hires more money for you. The 1% aren't obsessed with becoming millionaires. They're obsessed with becoming maintenance-free earners. You know how video games have those auto farm setups where your character collects coins while you're offline? Yeah, rich people build that in real life. Why cash flow is the turning point? Cash flow gives you more time, less stress, more opportunities, the ability to take risks, the freedom to say no, the power to invest more. It's the engine of the wealth pyramid. Without it, the whole structure is just a fancy drawing. The mindset shift that unlocks cash flow. Stop asking, how can I make more money? Start asking, how can my money make money for me? This one mindset shift moves you from survival mode to wealth mode. Once you master cash flow, you stop living paycheck to paycheck and start building wealth even when you're not paying attention. And please, I have to pause the video right now and explain something to you. Most people will watch these YouTube videos and don't apply anything I'm telling you. And it's not just this video. We've created an entire playlist that breaks down exactly what financial freedom is really about. Make sure to subscribe to the channel to stay updated on all upcoming videos. But anyways, now cash flow is just the entry point. Because the rich don't just earn money passively, they multiply it in a way the average person never even considers. Step 4. Use systems instead of hustle culture. So here's where we separate the always grinding crowd from the people who quietly get rich while everyone else brags about working 80-hour weeks. Because here's the truth. The 1% aren't hustling harder than you. They're systemizing harder than you. Hustle is effort. Systems are leverage. Most people wake up every day and think, all right, time to manually suffer again. Meanwhile, wealthy people wake up and think, which of my systems is making me money today? Why hustle alone will never make you rich. Hustle depends on you, your energy, your time, your motivation, your ability to push through burnout. You know what systems depend on? Nothing. That's the beauty of it. Systems run even when you forget, get busy, lose motivation, get sick, and take vacations or decide, yeah, today's not my day. Systems don't care. They just keep working. What do systems actually look like? The 1% build systems in every corner of their financial life. Automated investing. Money moves itself into assets without you lifting a finger. Business processes. Sales, marketing, fulfillment, all running without babysitting. Teams and outsourcing. Someone else's time fuels your wealth. Software automations. Tools that eliminate repetitive tasks. Digital assets. One-time work, long-term output. You know that guy who says, I only work 3 hours a day? He's not lying. He's just using systems while you're using caffeine. Systems turn you from a doer into a designer. The average person asks, how can I finish all this work? The wealthy ask, How can I build something that finishes the work for me? It's the difference between washing your clothes by hand and owning a washing machine. One requires effort, the other requires a button. Why this step changes everything. When you rely on hustle, your income is capped. When you rely on systems, your income scales. Hustle is linear. Systems are exponential. Hustle burns you out. Systems build you up. Hustle gets tired. Systems don't. Bottom line, a hustler works hard. A wealthy person builds something that works hard for them. This is the moment in the pyramid where income becomes scalable. Not because you're doing more, but because you're doing less of the right things. Speaking of leverage, the next step is the real millionaire power tool. The one they use endlessly even though the internet tells you it's dangerous. Step 5, leverage, the invisible elevator of wealth. Seriously, if hard work built wealth, construction workers would be millionaires. The rich use a different strategy, leverage, getting outsized results from smaller inputs. Leverage can be money leverage, using other people's money to invest. Time leverage, using other people's time, outsourcing, hiring. Skill leverage, using other people's expertise. Technology leverage, using tools/software. Content leverage, not one piece of content, thousands of viewers. Here's the truth, you can't save your way to wealth. You have to leverage your way to wealth. Example, a wealthy investor uses $30,000 to control a $300,000 asset. A regular person uses $30,000 to buy a Honda. Who wins? Exactly. Now that you understand leverage, it's time to unlock the silent multiplier, the force that makes wealth grow exponentially instead of linearly. Step 6, compound growth. The 1% know this formula by heart. Now, if you've been a long-time subscriber to the channel, you already know that compound growth is like a financial cheat code that only activates if you stick with it long enough. Most people quit too early. Not the rich? They let compound growth cook like a slow cooker dinner. Set it, forget it, and let time work its magic. Compound growth is simple. Your money makes money. Then that money makes more money, forever. But here's the key. The wealthy never interrupt compounding with emotional decisions like panic selling, lifestyle upgrades, YOLO splurges. It's on sale, brain glitches. They treat compounding like a sacred ritual. Example, $500 per month invested can grow to $1 million plus over time. But only if you don't treat your investments like ATMs. Compound growth is great, but the rich don't stop there. They protect their money with a strategy most people don't even know exists. Step 7, build financial moats. The rich don't play defense, they build fortresses. A moat is protection, a safety wall around your wealth. The rich build moats because they know the world is unpredictable. Moats include insurance, not optional, wealth protection 101, legal structures, LLCs, trusts, holding companies. Tax optimization, the legal kind, not the offshore billionaire stuff. Emergency reserves, recession-proof cash flow. Think of moats like this. If you're building a castle, don't let it burn down because of one bad day. The rich never risk everything. They risk a controlled amount with maximum upside and minimum downside. And speaking of upside, the wealthy have one more weapon that almost feels unfair, a move that grows their wealth faster than any single investment. Step 8, become opportunity ready. The 1% jump when others hesitate. Look, I'm just going to say it. This is one of the biggest differences between the wealthy and everyone else. Opportunities don't make people rich. Being ready for opportunities makes people rich. When the market crashes, rich people buy. When a business becomes undervalued, rich people buy. When real estate dips, rich people buy. They're not lucky, they're prepared. They keep liquid cash, credit capacity, low debt, high financial awareness, a network of connections. The middle class waits for the right moment. The rich create the right moment. But if you think opportunity is the secret weapon, wait until you see the next step, the one that separates millionaires from the ultra-rich. Step 9, build network capital, quietly, strategically, intentionally. Now listen closely, because here's something wild. A millionaire's network is worth more than their bank account. The wealthy surround themselves with investors, business owners, strategists, tax experts, mentors, resource partners. Why? Because one conversation can change your entire financial trajectory. Example, a random conversation at a wealthy friend's dinner party can lead to a business partnership, a rental opportunity, or an investment tip that dramatically accelerates your growth. Your network determines your net worth, not because of cliches, but because your environment shapes your decisions. And finally, we reach the peak of the wealth pyramid, the level the rich really keep quiet. Step 10. Wealth identity. The mindset shift the 1% never reveal. So now we finally reach the top of the pyramid, and this is where something is invisible. Identity. Money follows identity. Your financial habits are downstream from how you see yourself. The rich don't think, I hope I make money. They think, I'm the type of person who builds wealth. That identity creates patience, discipline, high standards, long-term thinking, confidence, resilience, a wealth-first lifestyle. Your identity is the operating system behind every financial decision you make. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you rise to the level of your identity. And this is why the rich keep it quiet. You can copy their strategies, but if you don't copy their identity, the strategies won't stick. Now, if you take anything from this video, I just want you to remember this. Rich people aren't smarter than you. They're not better than you. They just know the system. They understand money like a pyramid, stacked intentionally, strategically, and quietly. Most people, they're climbing a staircase that's missing half the steps. The wealthy don't get lucky. They get intentional. They follow a pyramid that works quietly in the background, compounding, protecting, and multiplying. If this breakdown helped you understand wealth in a way school never taught, drop a quick comment with the words, wealth mindset. It tells the algorithm you want more videos like this, and it helps more people discover real financial education. As a matter of fact, if you want to go even deeper into how the rich play this game, there are actually 15 common traits of rich people that I believe everyone should know and start applying today. We break it all down in this next video. Just click the video on the screen now, and we'll see you in the next one.